It is the Homemade Broadcast. It is episode 584. My name is Will Kuncz. This is Anna Hummel.
Hi.
Hey, you look good. You look stylish today.
I look like you.
You do.
I'm wearing a shirt because I was disappearing into the ether.
Yeah.
At the Temple of Doom.
That's right. The palatial estate.
Yeah.
We're on St. Mary, Little St. James. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Little St. James.
We rebuilt the mansion.
Yes.
Brick by brick. And here we are. Well, welcome. Thank you all for being here. Poodle Ballin'. What's up, dude?
Oh, he's a former Bubba Army fan, I believe.
Former?
I think he's a troll now, but
okay.
You know, I forget what it's called. You know, like a Satan was an angel or something.
Yes.
It's one of those. Like they turn dark.
I got you.
And they come on to our. Yeah, there we go.
That's what's up. Okay. Well, cool. Well, what's up, dude? How was your Labor Day weekend?
Stressful.
Yeah.
Stressful.
Yeah,
I in fact did labor on Labor Day.
Yeah.
Dude, I had diarrhea. I had a host of issues, but I do want to give a shout out to a very special someone who's listening in the bed that he's lived in for the last 8 years, and that is Holyoke Joe.
Yes.
Joe the Supermark.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anybody that I was on the air in Dallas. I was very scared. I was so scared. I was very nervous. I don't even think I told my parents. It was a fleeting comment I made to my dad like 3 weeks ago, but I didn't remind him. I didn't tell my mom. I told you, I didn't remind you. I did 2 hours alone, no callers, no co-host, just a producer who would whisper in my ear, and it was terrifying.
So was he not allowed to talk? Is that just not the format that they follow? The producer doesn't get involved. He just pulls clips and et cetera, et cetera.
That was the preference of the program director, but he was like, if you run into a pickle, like you can bring him on. But for the most part, he told me, he's like, I don't want to hear the producer. I want to hear you. I want to hear you. And I was like, okay. And I kept like asking for calls, not like begging for calls, but maybe once a segment I would give the number out. And I hear the producer say during the break, he goes, there was one caller, but he wasn't very good. And I was like, all right, well, you can put him on. It was freaking Joe.
Oh my God.
And I didn't know that until afterwards. He's like, I called in. I wanted to support you. I don't know what would have happened had Joe call. It would have been great. It would have been fine, but it was just really funny.
He didn't let him on the air.
He didn't let him on.
Oh,
he just goes, there was a guy that called in, and he goes, but he wasn't very good.
Dang.
And I now that I know who it was, I go, nay. He is good. He's amazing. We could have done a show together.
Yeah.
So anyways, thanks, Joe. He reached out. My dad was mad I didn't remind him, but I was like, too bad.
Yeah. I told you, I was like, send me the info. I'll put it up on the pages and all that where people can tune into you. But I caught the last 10 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of, go ahead and play that clip to your producer. And then, oh, you don't have that? Okay. That's all right. That's all right. Well, I'll just read it.
Yeah.
But it was good. It sounded good.
It was, and to be honest, at first I was like, this guy is inadequate. And then I realized it's my mess up. Yeah, I messed up. So, but yeah, thanks to the team at WBAP. It was awesome. Definitely a different experience with like more traditional news talk. Because I come from a hot talk space where if something's not going right, you just tell the audience, hey, something's not going right. Well, they don't like that over there.
Yeah. It's a shame because it's just better to be
authentic
honest.
And I'd be like, I'm struggling, help me.
Yeah.
But anyways, so shout out to Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Hey, Joe. I had a fun Labor Day. I took a very brief trip up to Cedar Key, Florida, and we stayed overnight there. Still messed up, beat up from the hurricanes. I don't know if you've ever been out there, but
no.
It's a weird place. It almost reminds me a little bit of Key West on a very miniature version. They just kind of have this one strip, and it's got a few bars and restaurants and stuff, but it's very tiny. I think the population is maybe a few hundred tops, but it was all burned. Like buildings were just in shambles, burned down. Still not looking that great. There's one bar that was open. But we enjoyed that. Then we went over in the morning, Sunday morning, went to Rainbow Springs
How was that?
in Dunellen.
Sounds beautiful.
It's about 45 minutes an hour. It was very pretty there. I felt like I was in Mexico.
Why is
I
that?
felt like a visitor in my own state that I lived in. I don't want to over exaggerate, but I would say that 75%, and it was packed. I mean, in fact, when we pulled in, they had a sign out in front that said park is closed.
In Spanish?
not in Spanish, in English. But they happened to open it up. I guess a few people left, so they opened it up and let us go in. But it was, I mean, a packed house, and it was like Mexican music playing everywhere.
No.
And just a lot of Espanol. I couldn't help but to notice. And my, Julia she doesn't care. Hey, Gary. Nice. Thanks, Gary. Caught a live feed. Glad you're here, bud.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you. We do have the super chats, by the way. Thank you, Gary, and welcome. To me, it was kind of an unusual experience. I mean, I don't know. I used to not care about this stuff either, but now
why does it bother you?
It bothers me because I can't understand anybody.
I mean, do you need to?
Yeah, I'd like to be able to, know what's going on. If I'm in danger, if something's happening,
right?
I would kind of like to know. But I just felt very out of place in my own home, and I don't really know.
I can sense you're uneasy about it,
as
you should be.
Want
to know why?
Why?
Because we live in America.
Yeah.
And the national language is English.
Yeah.
And I just want to say to the people out there who are thinking about, what I was told my whole life. I'm from San Diego, right? Which is essentially
that's a Spanish, sir.
Mexico, right? Yeah. I was told you should learn Spanish. This is what everyone told you should learn Spanish because it would be so useful. That's what the people say. My mother told me that you should learn Spanish. It'd be so useful. It'd be so useful. No, do not learn Spanish. Do not acquiesce to them. They should take an English class. They perhaps should get Babbel or Rosetta Stone and learn the language of the country they currently reside in.
I'd agree with that, but I don't like agreeing with that.
Well,
I used to make fun of the people who would be like, speak it, have there would be t-shirts and stuff, speak English. I wish I could find one. Now, I wish I could find it. I want to wear that now.
With my white Reeboks and my Trump hat.
My New Balances.
My New Balance.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't I do believe that I'm right, but also I don't like feeling this way. And I don't like that I've been put in a position to feel this way either. 75% of the area I was in spoke a totally different language, and I wasn't in another country. It was just bizarre feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the thing about that group of people, generally speaking, and I know because I don't know if you've ever been to the Dunedin Causeway, but it's a very similar experience.
Is it really?
Yes. Yeah.
I was telling my buddy this story, and he was like, I thought Florida had, alligator Alcatraz and stuff. I'm like, listen, I don't know if the people are here illegally that were speaking the language. Maybe they're just more I'm sure they're more comfortable
their mother
speaking
tongue.
their own language.
And that's okay. I can still be annoyed by it.
Yeah, at least I can be annoyed by it, right?
But what I was going to say is that the problem with this is that oftentimes it's not even the language, which is a problem. It's, I got to call out my Hispanic homies. You play music too loud.
It was loud.
That's the other thing. Never understand appropriate volume. I don't know if you're aware, but not everyone wants to listen to the song you're playing.
It's a shared space. It's a public park.
And I'm not saying, well, you need to put in your earbuds. Okay. I'm
yes,
just saying,
you should.
yeah, but also like if you're, camping or it's kind of a whatever, you're at a spring and you want to play some music, fine. Appropriate volume. It's always maxed out. It's this, dude, your music, it sucks. It's not good. It's not good. It's bad music and it's loud, and that bothers me.
Let me pull us back from the edge just a little bit. Any music, I don't care if it's the great Elvis Presley, if it's at a inappropriate volume in a public space, no, absolutely not. No. We don't do that here. It's a shared space. You see, we want to you go to these places to get out of the city and be in nature.
Quiet a little.
And I don't want to hear when I'm trying to look at a dang, beautiful, pristine waterfront. I just don't. And again, it doesn't matter if it's just music of any kind.
But especially yours.
There is a guy, Anna, and I'm sorry, but we're noticing a pattern here that rides his bike at Lake Seminole. And we frequent Lake Seminole, semi-close to the house. And we go there sometimes and like to walk. And there's a guy, he speaks Spanish. I don't know where he's from, but I know he speaks Spanish. And I know that because he listens to music that's Spanish, that has Spanish speakers singing in it. And he plays it super loud on a boombox as he rides his bike around. And it drives me absolutely insane. I mean, to the point where one day there's going to be a confrontation. Because I don't like, it's again, if it was.
Could you take him?
Yeah, he's an old man.
Okay.
I think I could. You never know.
What if he rammed into you with his bike?
Just go down. All right. But even if it was some teenager playing, what's a popular music artist these days for
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Okay. Taylor Swift. No, we don't do that here. We're trying to enjoy nature and get away from that for a little while. So, it was an experience. We didn't stay very long. Julia jumped in the very cold 72-degree spring, and I felt like I needed to watch this stuff.
Why is that?
I don't know. It was just packed. There was like nowhere to put it. I just don't want to leave. Like we had our phones and our wallet. Like I just didn't want to, cause it's so easy because it's like in a bag too, So if someone I'm not implying that anyone would, but it was just very crowded, and our whole lives are in one little bag that you could just grip by the handles and take away. So I decided I'll wait. I'll watch from the sidelines.
And cheer on your fiance.
Yeah, and then she got in. We went for a hike and then left and came back home.
Nice. So that sounds lovely.
It was nice. But can we just all agree, no matter what language you speak or where you come from, no music.
Or low.
No.
Spanish music it's bad.
It's a matter of
really
opinion.
Guys, I am trying. I hate it. I hate it. I went to a wedding. In April of 22. Okay. Beautiful wedding. Kind of, this is not a knock on anyone. I'm about to go to your wedding. I'm not passing judgment or anything like that. It was a low budget wedding. No problem.
Yeah.
I like low budget. And they said that there's going to be music. I'm like, great. They told me they're like, Anna, you're going to love this. There's going to be a mariachi band.
Good.
And I went, okay. I'm thinking like, from the sidelines, adding a little bit of ambiance or party vibe. I don't know what they were going for. It was so effing loud. I was trying to talk to someone this closer than you and I were screaming at each other. These mariachi guys are maybe 50 yards away. Just the speaker. It was horrific. I was like, I got it. This wedding sucks. I can't do this.
I can't unless I'm at a concert where I went and bought a ticket to watch
listen to loud music.
Yeah, that's different.
Of course.
I hate it in bar. I mean, if I'm in a bar and you got some guy that starts to set up a guitar, I'm like,
here we go. Or like a brunch. I go to brunch sometimes. God forbid, like you said, I mean, God forbid it's a DJ setting up, but it's someone with a guitar and they're just like, yeah. And I'm like, it's 11 a.m. Can you shut up?
It's just, yeah, I don't know. Do people, I feel like everybody hates it. Does anybody really like live music at bars?
Unless you're there to see the band, like you said, I would vote no, because you're at the bar to talk.
Yeah.
You're trying to like catch up with friends.
I don't even like TVs at the bar usually.
I mean, if they're on silent,
if the football game is on, or you go to watch much like, I guess, if you're going to see a musician, if you're going to watch a football game with friends,
yeah,
then okay, you want to
like every once in a great while, I'll go to a bar to watch a UFC fight.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, we're there to watch the fight.
But primarily there to watch the fight, second, socialize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually if you're going to a bar, though, it's like to hang out, socialize, want a drink.
Guys and gals. You just can't do that when you're like screaming at each other. It's terrible.
Yeah, I hate it.
You're at the club, different story. You're there to dance. You're there to just get effed up and, move around and do drugs. Fine. But not at the bars. Not when you're trying to do brunch. And not when you're at Rainbow Springs.
No music. They should ban that. I don't know why they it might be banned and they just didn't have the manpower to enforce it, maybe, especially with that big of a crowd. But yeah, it was annoying. But beautiful park though. I'm gonna go back when they said after Labor Day it's a little less crowded. So I'll go back and jump in then.
Speaking of crowds, I've been falling asleep each night, relaxing, capping the night off with just snuggling in my bed, watching people live out the worst moment of their lives. There's a Katrina Netflix docuseries.
I watched it, yeah.
There's so much that I missed
during
when it was actually happening in 05, 20 years ago, because I had just graduated high school, about to enter college, and I was really focused on at that point. Thinking about what I'm going to do, college, prepping for that, going to orientations. So I kind of, not that I missed Katrina, I remember hearing about it, but there were a lot of details that I didn't know about. Dude,
it's bad.
That sucks.
Yeah, really bad.
Oh my
really
God.
Bad. It was pretty much, actually, Julia watched most of it. I came in and saw some of it. It was pretty much just the 20th anniversary of When the Levees Broke HBO documentary. A lot of the same people were in it. Did you watch that one?
No.
Okay. You probably enjoy that one as well.
It's a 20-year anniversary?
I think it's 20 years, right? Since Katrina. Yeah.
What do you mean? But you said since the HBO documentary.
Well, Spike Lee did it. I think Spike Lee was behind this Netflix one too. It seemed like it was just rehashing like the same documentary. He had a lot of the same people in it.
When did that documentary come out?
Probably like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe even more.
Dude.
It was bad.
It was way worse than I even thought it was.
The crazy thing about that is that they kind of survived the hurricane.
Yes,
itself.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't really know that either. Like they got places were beat up and stuff, but then after the levees broke, and then all that water, because they're below sea level, just rushed in.
They were like in a fishbowl, the guy said. And I didn't know that, because a bunch of people got messed up during the actual hurricane, but they survived that. And then just the levees, it was like 3 different places the levees broke, and just the water just rushed in. It was completely underwater. And then there's that beautiful moment, Kanye West. So funny.
All-timer.
Yeah. Maybe George my Bush. Favorite. Yeah, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Yeah.
Then just a confused Michael Myers. And then
I don't understand, what do you want them to do in that situation? Like, what can you do in that? I suppose maybe they could have had helicopters closer to that area, maybe out of the path of the storm. We were in major conflict in the Middle East at that time in particular. So a lot of those resources were there.
Yeah, like the National Guard and
so and even just equipment like helicopters, planes, trucks, all that stuff was being used over there. I don't know what it's just like a freak of nature event. Now it seems like the levees could have been fortified beforehand.
Yeah,
that would have been the main thing to do.
Did you see that helicopter just dropping bags of sand in like 20
Yes.
feet of water?
Yeah. It's crazy. It was crazy.
One bag at a time with one helicopter.
Bro,
think they're gonna just float away. But listen, this is what I have to say about that, because that is exactly what my boyfriend said. What are they supposed to do? I think it was more of just like a be better prepared.
But again, like I'm saying, yeah, maybe you could have had
like a plan in place.
the
I don't
plan should
know.
have been to, fortify
Right.
the levees.
Yes.
Which I think a local government really dropped the ball on that. But, you're just pushing blame over. It's also like a freak, storm.
Is it though? I mean, they had
category-
Betsy apparently,
Yeah.
which did a similar thing. In 2005, it was more densely populated, which to me is insane. Like, oh, this place is.
Well, yeah.
If you get hit, you're all gonna die. All right, let's move there.
Yeah.
But
it's notorious for storms
below sea level. Yeah, and it's on the Gulf.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I feel bad for a government of all people in that situation. Like I just wouldn't know where to start, what you would do in that situation.
It was awful.
Yeah, a lot of people died. It was just being trapped in your home and just the water. It's just
like on your roof.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Hopefully we've been really lucky this hurricane season, and so
it's not over
the
yet.
United States as a whole. Yeah, we're getting into the peak though now, so I don't want to not putting it out there.
Watch next week's podcast is canceled because we're underwater.
Yeah, I knock on wood. Hopefully not. I did want to talk about this I did a video about this solo because this was probably many weeks ago now, but the owner of Shiso Crispy, which was a food truck, now it is they have a brick and mortar restaurant now right in downtown, like right on the main block, right near Williams Park. Williams Park, notoriously a hub for the unhoused, the homeless population. They hang out in the park and just like do stuff, not just be homeless out there. Yeah.
Sleep, poop.
And I remember they used to, when I was living down there at night, they would clear them all out and take them either, I guess, to jail or to a shelter, I think.
Do you have to take them somewhere?
They used to do that.
To put them in your car.
I think they have like a transport. Yeah. Where you kind of get in and you can hose it down afterwards.
It's like how they transport horses.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
In a trailer.
But I don't know if they're still doing that anymore. But this lady, the owner of this restaurant, is upset because there's pee and poop everywhere.
And just people hanging out.
People hanging out and panhandling. And
I'm not going to a restaurant where there's that hanging out.
I don't want to sit outside when there's, and it's a nice view of the park.
Yeah, it's the nice. It might be, maybe not the nicest, but it's one of the nice parks in St. Pete.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people, it's affecting her business. So she filed a lawsuit against the city of St. Petersburg, saying that the city has caused damage to the restaurant by failing to enforce laws banning camping in public places. Last Thursday, according to documents obtained by Creative Loafing Tampa Bay, local mutual aid group Progressive People's Action enlisted the help of the Southern Poverty Law Center, a civil rights organization. It's just it's just been hollowed out by progressive politics, but that defends the legal rights of marginalized people to represent the interests of St. Pete's homeless residents who stand to be impacted by the outcome of the case. So I think what they want is people to be allowed to be homeless and just pee and poop outside. That's their civil rights, I guess.
Sounds like that's what they're implying.
The lawsuit against the city says that Shiso Crispy owner, employees, and patrons have been subjected to harassment and threats by people who regularly sleep overnight in Williams Park and on the side. So they must not take them out anymore. They must just leave them there. That sleep on the sidewalks outside the business. On August 19th, the city filed a motion to dismiss the case, saying that the police department enforces all applicable laws and that Wally's complaints amount to a litany of scandalous recitations. Is that what that word is?
Recitations?
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
I've never seen it before. Designed to generate publicity, not plead a case. The court has yet ruled on the city's motion to dismiss.
Can I give a hot take on this?
Yeah, sure.
You didn't know about Williams Park before you decided to open up a business there?
Victim blaming?
Yeah, like you knew better.
Yeah, maybe you should just stuck with a food truck.
Or like just wait until another location becomes available. Like you know this.
I mean, it's not just St. Pete in general. I'm sure a lot of
Williams Park is especially bad.
that is the hub. That is ground zero.
Yeah. It's bad. You go to like where the Sundial is. It's a little bit nicer, less homeless people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like you knew this going in.
Right.
You knew this, that it was going to be a problem. You were hoping that law enforcement. Well, guess what? They're not. And now it's on it's your duty, not duty, but maybe if I were you, this is what I would do. Maybe you need a pressure wash outside on the sidewalk.
Well,
and
the
you
thing
just
with that
hose them down.
is minutes later there would be more. I mean, you just have to constantly do that.
That's fine. After a certain point, they're gonna not be wanting to get wet anymore. You just hose down their tents.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really. You're getting spray at tables, and people are eating, and
well, I mean, you do it when it's closed.
Yeah,
and,
you just leave the turds there when it's open.
I don't know, but I say you pressure wash once or twice, and then the homeless people are not going to want to congregate there. But then it's just as much of a problem almost if they're right across the street.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Bad. Like you're just like, I still see you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. Go away. I don't. Can I just? I'll wait for when are we going to?
Extra time? A few minutes. Florida's public camping law passed last year despite sharp criticisms and makes sleeping overnight in public places illegal in many circumstances. The law went into effect in January of this year and allows residents to sue local governments if they don't enforce it. Detractors like the Florida Policy Institute say that the law criminalizes homelessness. Yep. Without offering real solutions. Okay. The city's motion to dismiss the case says that the law was designed for tent encampments, citing remarks made by Governor Ron DeSantis when he signed the law into effect, and also says that the city has taken measures to prevent these for decades. Well, okay. I don't know this law in and out.
Me neither.
But you're still having people congregate in a park so they don't have tent. I mean, it's semantics. Really, we're talking. It's still a group of people. They just don't happen to have if they have tents, then it would be an issue, is what they're saying. But they don't have tents, so it's all good. And they used to have the tent city underneath the overpass on 5th Avenue, kind of near the hospital. They used to have that tent city up there. I don't know, man. I don't. We're looking at solutions here. But I don't like feeling this way. I used to not feel this way, but I'm sorry, just reason and logic has led me to this place that, yes, homelessness should be criminalized.
Maybe it's time to go into overtime.
Let's see where we're at for time-wise. Should we let Radio St. Pete go? Yeah, we're just about here.
Bye.
We'll say goodbye to our friends at Radio St. Pete and podcast listeners. If you want the full uncensored show, Anna's apparently got something to say, so you might want to check it out. Head over to hmbradio.substack.com. You can subscribe there. It's the cheapest I can make it. There's also a free option, which you'll get the free podcast early, 4 days early, before Radio St. Pete and the podcast, regular podcast feed gets it. So go over there and sign up, even if it's for free, hmbradio.substack.com. And we'll be live 6 o'clock on Wednesdays. You can get in touch, 813-693-2124. Will Kuncz on Venmo if you want to donate that way. I split that with Anna. And, of course, the super chats and all that. Thank you, Gare, for that super chat.
Gary.
Much appreciated. So we'll say goodbye to our friends at Radio St. Pete. And, all right, Anna, let's hear it.
I fucking hate homeless people. Nobody likes them. No one likes them. And the problem is that everyone is compassionate in theory until they are accosted, until someone shits on their front lawn or leaves needles around their children, then they want none of it. No one likes homeless people. I am having a very hard time finding any sort of sympathy in my heart for these people. You want to go like, you're a human being. This is so sad. And then they do go, and they shit on themselves, and you go, animals, savages, disgusting. Get away from me.
So let's be fair here. You're not wrong in your assessment, but I would say probably 95% of them have some serious mental illness where they're not in the right mind. They can't participate in society because they're severely emotionally unwell. And a lot of them cope with that by using self-medicating with alcohol or drugs. And there are just there's different categories of homeless. Like there's crazy homeless, which you're talking about.
Yeah.
Then there's like drunk bum type of dude.
Yeah.
They're just like, they don't really bother you, the drunk bums.
Yeah.
They might be like, hey, you got $1? And you'd be like, no,
it bothers me. I mean, all of it bothers me.
No, I know it should. It's not conducive to a productive society.
Sure. It's a spectrum of homelessness.
But many of them need help. And I wish that our tax dollars went to helping them.
I got some help.
Jeez. That's tough. You're a tough cookie, man.
Dude,
I still have some feeling in my heart. I feel bad. I do feel sympathy for
something happened to me. I don't even know what it was. You know, it's like going bankrupt, I guess, where it's happened slowly and then all at once. That's what happened to my empathy and my sympathy. Yeah. Is that it was like fading, it was fading, it's fading, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
There are people where I'm like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for you. You know, I was reading about, I don't know, the Sudanese civil war.
Mm-hmm.
Super sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Feel really bad for those people. So, but I just don't. Yes, of course, these people are mentally ill. Are they mentally ill because they abuse drugs? Are they abusing drugs because they're mentally ill? Obviously, it's like a positive feedback loop, which isn't good. But what I want to ask, and maybe what you should ask, is why is this my problem?
Because you're in a society.
Why is this my problem? I pay taxes.
Yeah.
So if you can't loiter, why can you shit? Is that right? Loitering is illegal in most places. You go, hey, this person's loitering. Yep. Oh, well, they're not loitering. They actually live there. Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry. Proceed with shitting.
Well, you can't live on, that's the argument, right? You can't live on public land, and a park is kind of a public space.
Yeah.
Public gets to go there and enjoy equally, and you can't really enjoy it if there's pee and poo and drug paraphernalia,
or just
and crazy people
that are
yelling
harassing you. Like, it's not a safe place.
Totally. I'm 100% with you. So the idea of criminalizing homelessness, I think you should. Now, I don't think they should necessarily be thrown in prison, but we have to have, I think, some place for them to go and get help.
Them. Oh, sorry.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that not where you were going?
I was thinking maybe like help.
Oh,
like, get them on medication or, therapy or rehabilitate them to potentially get back, as a member of society.
Yeah.
But they're
unlikely. What are you going to force them if they don't want to?
Yes, I think you have to. Yeah. Which goes against all my principles. Of,
sure.
Being, hating the government and not wanting it to be around. But somebody has, if not the government, somebody. Otherwise, you're just going to get with this. What are they called? The Florida Policy Institute. Just degrade. Just let everything get worse. And if you have, it's like broken window theory. If you have people just hanging around doing drugs, like it's just going to breed more and more and more. And then your city's just going to go to complete crap. Right.
We need Rudy Giuliani in our city.
We need ASAP. Mental institutions again. There was a lot of criticisms. Geraldo Rivera did a report, I think in the 80s, and he showed a lot of abuse and malfeasance in these state-run.
Like, what were they
doing? Hospitals. Like beating people, and there was some occurrences of that, and I'm sure there's like even in nursing homes now with old folks, you see people that get arrested and and are charged. But the alternative is okay, we'll shut these things down. So before they were these people were brought into a facility. They had a bed. They were, food, and they were trying to be rehabilitated. At least some people tried. And I don't know what the success rate was, but even if it's 0, at least you're not having. There is a section. I don't know what the percentage is, but there's just some that just can't. They can't do the society thing. And you could go Ted Kaczynski style and just go into the woods, which that's fine too. He bought himself a cabin, and he did some other things. Weren't very good. But he kind of did his thing out there. So a lot of people do that, but they still have their own land. They have their own home, and they're peeing and pooping inside of it, or they're digging a hole in the whatever. They're doing something. But in a city, you can't really do that. And they have to pee and poop. Like, I don't really fault them for doing it. They have nowhere to. Businesses aren't going to let them come in and do it there. Nor should they.
No.
But it has to come out.
Yeah.
So we need to build a facility where it has toilets in it, right? And then they can pee and poop in it and take showers and, maybe get some sort of medication that would help them calm the voices in their head. And
you know what? You are right. I would just mow them down. I just, why don't I feel anything? They're just such a nuisance. I'm sick of just being inconvenient. That sounds like the most privileged thing I've ever said. I'm so sick and tired of just not just them, but just everyone feeling like it should just be this way, because it's not nice to tell these people that they can't sleep in front of your business and harass your children. It's crazy to me.
It shouldn't be allowed. No. And I used to be like, well, don't have anywhere to go, man. You can't just. Being poor is illegal. Like, this isn't poor. I don't know what the percentage is of people that are just down on their luck that are like, crap. I mean, I've had instances where I was like, I'm going to live in my car for a little while. Luckily, I never got there. I always got really lucky with, finding places to live and stuff. And, maybe I could have been that person, but I could have went somewhere to a friend's house or whatever. It's not, I just think that trope of like, it's just a mother and her kids who just don't have a place, can't afford it.
I rarely see kids. I don't think I can't even remember seeing a homeless child. It's always like single.
Usually the state gets involved before that too.
Yeah.
Take the kid away or whatever.
In all seriousness, this is what I think should happen. You beef up some homeless shelters and you force them in there. And if they have like one of 3 choices, you can either go to the homeless shelter, you can go to like some sort of state-sponsored rehab if you want to try to get better, or you can go to jail. Those are your options. So you pick. What do you want to do?
Yeah. And a lot of them, I don't even think you should give them a choice because they're not, most of them aren't competent to make that decision.
Well, you can at least ask.
You just, like I said, it goes against all of I'm very uncomfortable with the person that I am today just because my opinions have changed so.
What other
just
controversial thoughts are you having?
I was just, we were talking about at the beginning of the show, the Spanish speaking, where it's just a majority of, like, I used to make fun of the guys who would get mad about saying speak English, but now I'm like, I wish I had that shirt. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know how it happened, but
age,
it happened.
Fatigue of all sorts.
Well,
I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted of dealing with your shit. We just have to sit here am I white? Can I be white for this podcast?
Of course.
As whites, we have to just sit here and take it. And if we don't take it or we say, I don't want this, they go, you're racist and you need to check your privilege at the door. And you go, but these people are so rude, but these people have no etiquette, but these people are shitting in the street. They go, you're the problem.
Yeah.
And you go,
I don't think it's
I'm actually not. I'm just saying, not just race, but just like homelessness and racist stuff and women. Don't get me started on women. Boy, no one hates women more than me. And Will send me some stuff. And I'm just like, oh, women are the worst. Hate them. Can't stand them. Yeah, it's just a lot of women just piss me off. Like, I cannot relate to your brain. What are you thinking? You think you're marginalized? You were just promoted. You were here for 2 weeks. Johnny's been here. White boy Johnny's been here for a decade. He didn't get a pay increase or a title bump, but you did. But why? Because you're just so much better? No, because you're a DEI hire / promotion. And it's just at this point, I just feel like you just come out and say it. You go, listen, I just believe in fairness.
Yeah.
And I am tired. This is honestly probably the crux of what I'm like most annoyed with is that white people here, and maybe not whites, but a lot of white liberals just have such a reverence for every single culture but their own.
Yeah.
They have such a reverence for Islam. Woo, that's a ball of fun. And how they treat women. Oh, it's so beautiful the way that they wear Bed Bath and Beyond over their fucking face. And they can't go outside without a man's permission. And, you know, what the Chinese are doing to, you know, like you look at places like China and Japan, like there's virtually no people that live there that aren't ethnically Han or Japanese. And they just get celebrated. Oh, this beautiful culture. Oh, they were killing female babies because they thought that they were useless. Oh, it's part of their culture. No problem. It's cool. But anything that's like Western, there's absolutely no respect for. White people are somehow void of culture. Untrue. White people are have some of the best, like waspy whites have probably the best etiquette on the planet. You got to think waspy whites coming from like Britain, they're a little stuffy, but they are so polite. Like you don't want to use the wrong spoon polite. You know what I mean? Is it the most like hospitable, warm? No, but so polite. And all white people do is just get shit on. And I'm tired of seeing that. Because white people are, not all of them, white people are awesome. They're great. Okay? They did the whole democracy thing, the printing press thing, the vaccine thing, which you guys love so much. Like, white people are awesome, and they just are constantly getting shit on, and I'm tired of it.
Well said. I don't really disagree.
Say that?
Sure. I mean, he did.
Yeah.
I don't really disagree with much of what you said.
Enough. Like, this isn't to say that white people are better or worse than any other group of people. That's exactly what I'm saying, is that they're just people.
Yeah.
And so, like, they've just been shit on for the last few decades. And it's just like, bro, enough. All the people that you're blaming for slavery and shit never owned slaves themselves. And anybody who's bitching about slavery was never a slave. They're all dead.
Yeah.
In America, at least.
Yeah.
So
it's the, you know, Scarlet
original
Letter,
sin.
Original
Okay.
Sin. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you. Listen, I get it. I think a lot of people are just like that now, where they were willing to kind of be like, yeah, that was really bad. And we agree. We're really sorry. And we kind of were in that mode for a long time. And it's just gone so over. It's just so over. Like emphasized in every aspect of. Now you see it obviously in, you know, Netflix shows. It's just, and people went, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just got tired of it.
That's it. It's just,
that's where we're at now.
It is a fatigue where you're just like, I have to deny reality every day of my life. And if I say anything about bad behavior from anybody else, homeless or this person or that person, I'm the problem. And I just feel like people like me were just like, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
Not true. So listen, I'm all about cooperating with anybody that wants to cooperate, but I'm also going to call out the defectors and be like, you're a problem, bro. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are or genderlit, non, whatever. I don't even know how to identify those people. They bother me too. Not a big fan. Not a fan too.
You're just mad at everybody, really, equally. You hate everybody equally.
I'm sick of people. I was just about to say I'm sick of people complaining as I sit here complaining about people complaining.
Sure.
But like your life is not as hard as you make. I was telling you, I was researching the Sudanese civil war. People are just getting slaughtered. Okay. Real genocide. Darfur, genocide. Sudanese civil war, genocide. Congo, genocide. Like, and then you worry, this person misgendered me. Shut up. That's what I want to say. Shut up.
Used to be like years ago. That was first world problems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, I really do believe, oh man, I feel like this is going to be controversial too. I feel like a lot of trauma is just believing that you've been traumatized. Does that make sense? Like sometimes you really are. If you're violently raped, that's trauma. But if someone is telling you like every day of your life, if you're misgendered, that's sexual harassment or that's, abuse, you believe it. And then when someone misgenders you, like you're like, this is trauma. You're destroying my life. When in reality, no, they're not. They're just words, walk away. Like,
I think didn't Thomas Sowell have that quote, like, when you are, I'm going to butcher it, but essentially saying when you're privileged, equality kind of feels like discrimination. Ooh. When you're at a privileged position in society where you're not allowed to say certain things about certain people, or there's serious, kind of social backlash that can come with that, being canceled a few years ago.
Yeah. Say it again.
That when you are privileged, equality feels like discrimination.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's great. That's a great quote. Yep.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's exactly it, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. We kind of went off in a tear there.
Sorry.
That's fine. No, that's what this show's for. So people are loving it. Mike's loving it.
Yeah.
Mike is loving the show today.
Sorry, so I can't deal with it anymore. And here's the thing is that I know everybody else feels the same way as I do. Not everybody, but like a lot of people share my sentiment and they can't say it. I'm lucky I can kind of say it because I'm like white-ish and I'm an immigrant, I'm a woman, and I'm Jew is not helpful right now.
That's not helpful right now.
Not at all. But
you're in the privileged position.
Yeah, apparently I am. I'm a colonizing white colonialist piece of shit. But yeah, so I can kind of get away with saying it, and I'm also like trying to be funny, but I mean I am being honest.
Yeah,
I'm fucking tired of it.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at right now. I was even talking to a friend today about it, and he was kind of saying, not exactly what you were saying, but along the same lines. And I think a lot of people that's just where they're at on the spectrum right now. But should we move on to another story? Anything more about homelessness? You want to badger them anymore?
No, I think they've
had enough. Anyway, we need to open the state-run asylums now, and they should be regulated and should be inspected, and they should be, people who abuse those people should be harshly penalized.
Of course.
And I understand it's going to be a state institution, so it's going to be probably super corrupt. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed there. I mean, there's no solutions, only trade-offs, another soul quote. So at least they're not going to be peeing and pooping while I'm eating my egg roll. And I think that's really what matters.
I still blame the owner.
Jesus.
Still blame the owner. You knew better. What are you doing?
Well, no, I mean, like, we shouldn't live this way. We shouldn't have to live this way.
I completely agree with you. Yeah. And also, you should have known better. Because you probably just dumped your life savings into this place because it's your dream. And now your dream is literally getting shit on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got another local story. I kind of wanted to talk about this with Radio St. Pete, but 2 pastors were arrested after dropping on their knees to pray over a Black History Matters mural. Reverend Andrew Oliver and Minister Benedict Atherton-Zeman were filmed kneeling on the colorful artwork in St. Pete, Florida, about 8 p.m. on Friday. The duo were protesting the Florida Department of Transportation, who sent workers to paint over the mural to cover it up. Governor Ron DeSantis issued an order to remove all non-standard road art. And when Oliver and Zeman heard the 2023 creation outside of the Woodson African American Museum would be destroyed, they wanted to visit. The pair were ordered by St. Petersburg Police to move out of the way so the workers could begin painting over it, and they refused. They were arrested on 1 count of misdemeanor resisting. They both posted the $500 bond after spending the night in Pinellas County Jail. There they are, right there.
On their knees, where they should be.
Knees. Looks like they're about to. Looks like they're about
for their OnlyFans.
Take one right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nasty. Do you think they're homosexuals?
Yes, I do. I think this guy is the beardy.
Like openly?
Yeah.
They're priests though. They're not pastors. That's a priest thing, isn't it?
Yeah, the collar. Yeah. I don't know. just take stuff and use it as their own.
They're not
So-
wearing pants in that video.
Yeah, they're
in
totally
that
nude.
pic.
below that, whatever you
Yeah.
call that shirt thing. But there they are. They told Fox News they felt compelled to do something and they couldn't just stand on the sidelines. We have the values of interdependence, of love, and I really couldn't just stand on the sidelines. I had to kneel on the street. On Facebook, Seaman shared his mugshot, writing, "Not my favorite photo, but it does capture the moment." The other guy also weighed in on the controversy, telling the Times, "For me, living out my faith, resisting tyranny and fascism and white supremacy was the most important thing."
And did you succeed? No.
This is the fatigue we're talking about. Is painting over like, is that
A rainbow.
is that tyranny? I
And
mean,
how is it white supremacy? Oh, it's because they're painting over the black.
because it
history
happens to
matters.
be a black history. But we talked about it last week. Like,
Oh, was
there's
it the
only-
rainbow thing or was it that?
It was all of them.
Oh,
They all went. They got rid of like 44.
no, but where were they kneeling in front of?
There's this one, the Black History,
yeah.
which is good. This is kind of good. I do like this.
Yeah, I mean, it
good.
looks good. It's
yeah,
done well.
yeah.
But
But you know, it's kind of just goes back to being privileged enough to be able to put this stuff on the sidewalk, and then nobody else is allowed. You know.
yeah, you know, it'd be just hilarious. What I see is like these two white guys crying, and just a bunch of like black construction workers like painting over it.
That's what it was. That's exactly
You know
what
what I
it
mean? Just
Yeah.
the move out of the way, like.
Just because the mural has disappeared, it doesn't mean the Woodson's mission has ended. The museum. Yeah, we know. What are you talking about? It's just a painting on the road. You shouldn't put paintings on the road anyway, because people drive over them.
Yeah.
They get dirty.
And then you're just gonna draw whatever you want. Could you draw a swastika on there and you go,
No.
"Oh, this is my art"?
Of course not. That would not be
What
sanctioned.
about
They
white
did the
history matter?
creative loafing. Whenever they talk about this story, they use that one really bad one, the back the blue one. That one was elite. That one got painted over immediately because it was not sanctioned by the city government. These ones are. So yes, of course you're allowed. You're privileged. You can put your stuff out there, your political message out on the street. But when people wanted to back the bulb, then they wrote that black back to blue, and they put that mural illegally in front of the police station. It got painted over real quick. Wasn't
Good.
allowed.
Yeah, wasn't allowed.
sanctioned. So
Can't
now
do
these
it.
ones aren't allowed. So then they just, I kind of like this. Like, this is not. It's going back to that same quote. Like, you're allowed, but I'm not allowed to do my thing. Then no, you're not allowed to do your thing either. So we just won't do it. Nobody can do it now. That's equality, right?
Mhm.
So
That's a
it's
great
quite
quote.
different from supremacism. Nobody can do it now. We're just not going to do it. Nobody. Can't paint an American flag there. You can't paint a thin blue line. You can't paint the rainbow flag. Nobody can do that now on government-owned streets. That seems fair to me.
Yeah.
That's the compromise. Anyway, we continue to preserve and present, interpret, celebrate, and educate others about African American art and history. Great. That's what the museum's for. Go nuts. One of the other famous murals that was painted over was part of that order was the Rainbow Street mural in Orlando, created in the memory of 49 people tragically killed in the Pulse nightclub shooting. Trump's transportation secretary, Sean Duffy, launched in July a nationwide road safety initiative in which he noted that intersections and crosswalks need to be kept free from distractions, including the rainbow
Yeah.
sidewalks.
Well, good. Enough is enough. We're tired. I'm just tired. I truly just want equality. That's
Yeah.
what it is. I just want equality. But like you said, to people who are privileged, it seems like a step down.
Yeah.
It seems like discrimination, and it's not. It's just I want an even playing field. We're all just people here. I'd like to take a step back from just this hyper fixation on sex, race, and gender.
Mhm.
It's just a bit much.
Yeah.
We're tired of it.
Not doing it anymore.
I don't understand how the others have so much energy for it. Like, how do you care so much about something that matters so little? That's what I want to know. Can you answer that for me?
Say it
How
again one
can
more time.
you care so much about something that matters so little?
Well, it means a lot to some people. I mean, is the answer. They just don't have a lot going on.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
people like to, be a part of something too. People are very tribal.
Yeah.
So, it's gotten pretty extreme on both sides as far as where we're at now, as far as opinions go. But yeah, people just want to be a part of something. I mean, these two guys are going to be heroes, for their communities,
Yeah.
martyrs, if you will.
Just like, oh God, I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but like, even with the pro-Palestine protesters, do I think they're morons? Many of them, yes. Do I think they are misinformed? Certainly. But like, at least they're kind of focusing on something that like is a really dire situation, however you want to slice it or look at it. It's terrible what's happening. Who you blame seems to be on which side of it you fall, where I'm like, yeah, this is terrible. It's all Hamas's fault. And they go, yeah, it's terrible. It's all the Jews' fault. Fuck Jews. But at least they're like focusing on something that like lives are at stake. Like I can kind of appreciate like that's kind of a big thing. People are dying. You're worried about it. Okay, fine. But like that, the mural on the street, what the hell? I don't get it.
I mean, there's so many things like that, where I'm just like, I can't believe you're upset about this. I got in a fight with my friend because he was really pissed off about the National Guard, of course, but it's just, you get pinged, you watch media, whatever media you watch, and they tell you what you should be upset about. And then people echo that on social media and it becomes like an echo chamber type of thing. I'm just like, what? Like, it's the mayor is saying, good, I'm glad that this is happening. And it's not like he's constitutionally not allowed to do that. So what's the problem? And like, crimes just drop dramatically over a short period of time. Well, they need to be there. Crime is already dropping. It was on the downturn, but it was still awful. I mean, it was still
Big balls got bloodied in the face.
I mean, it's just like total denial of
reality
and what the situation is. And especially when the mayor is like, yeah, good, we welcome this.
The black mayor.
Then what's the
black
problem?
Female mayor.
Yeah, then what are you mad at? But I know it's just like one of those things that he saw on CBS News or something when he got home from work. They pinged him of what he should be mad about. I don't know why they're mad about it. It's just opposition to anything that guy does.
Yeah. I'm so mad that these streets are safer. What?
Well,
Isn't that a win?
I sent you that guy. I used to like this guy. I don't really like him anymore because of his social media presence now. Just a lunatic online. He's talking about I think he must have been in your DC or maybe was Philadelphia. Did they have some troops in there too?
Chicago.
I know Chicago, they're talking about moving in there, but he was at some place and he said he had like a firsthand experience, and he admitted that he saw a guy that was verbally abusive, potentially turning physical against a woman.
Oh yeah.
And a troop got involved and it de-escalated immediately. But he was pondering if that was worth it. Because you still have to look at, a police state, right? It's not, but the police state didn't happen first. The police state is in response to complete anarchy and crime,
lawlessness.
Yeah. So it's the reaction to something. It's not the first thing that happened where we're all just law-abiding citizens and now we got troops outside of our house saying we need to get back inside. Yeah, obviously everybody's against that. But when you're walking down the street and you're getting punched in the back of the head, sucker punched, I mean, it's just so obvious, the answer that yes, this is a good thing. I know it might not look great or have great optics, but it's in response to also not great optics on the other side of people peeing and pooping outside, using drugs outside, just being belligerent, committing crimes. It's not good for the general populace and the law-abiding citizens. And it seems to be working very well. So yeah, again, I get that optics aren't great, but it's working. It's making we live in
safe again.
The George Costanza, we live in a society. So we have to live together. We have to not punch each other in the back of the head and pee and poop on the street. That's just part of the social contract that we need to have. Everybody should agree on that. But I don't know. It's what a weird time. I guess it's always like that though.
Yes. I concur with everything that you said. That was great.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
So people are painting and chalk art.
All right. Now listen, if that makes you feel better and it's within the bounds of the law,
it's illegal.
Is
Can't
it?
do it, yeah.
You can't chalk it up.
You're not allowed to chalk it up either.
All right. I mean,
so just give them tickets and be done. I don't think they should be in jail. I don't know. Send the National Guard in to St. Pete.
Yeah.
To get rid of the chalk art. At this point, I'm in. I'm tired. I'm fatigued.
Yeah, we're exhausted. That's what it is.
Enough. And enough of us too. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This might be our last show on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Anna. And next week. I can't wait to see you next week.
Ooh.
I'm excited.
Ooh.
Of what I'm gonna see.
Ooh.
Should be fun. HMBradio.com is the website. Go sign up for the mailing list. You can call or text us 813-693-2124. I'm on Instagram at home_made_man, HMB Radio on Facebook, and email thehomemadebroadcast@gmail.com. I still got some stickers left. If you want some, I'll send them to you for free. That's thehomemadebroadcast@gmail.com. Get yourself some nice high quality stickers on the house.
Not a hard R.
Nope. That's not how I do things. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. Thank you.